Hello, and welcome to video number 7 of the series We're All in This Together. This is a collaboration between Seniors Action Quebec and the English Language Arts Network. And in today's video, we are gonna wipe clean our iPad in preparation for selling it or transferring it to somebody else, such as a friend or a family member. But before we do that, of course, we are going to perform a backup so we don't lose our data in case we have other devices or another iPad where we can use that data. So let's get started. For this video, I'm taking the information directly from Apple support. This is what to do before we sell, give away, or trade our iPhone, iPad, or iPod Touch. So we're only gonna do this for our iPad. And before we do this, let's remember what kind of iPad we are using. So I'm gonna go to Settings and then General. And under About, we're gonna see the software version of our iPad and also the model name. So the software version is 15.6.1 and the model of this iPad is an iPad 8 generation. So if you don't have this iPad 8 generation, you can easily follow these steps, but just make sure that the steps you're following are compatible with the device that you're using and also with the software version. So do we still have our device? In this case is yes, we still have our iPad. So we can either transfer this information to a new device, but in this case, I don't have a new device. I'm just getting this device ready to be returned. But if you do have a new device, then you can follow these steps on transfer the information to the new device. In my case, I am going to just remove my personal information from the device I have right now. The first step here is if we pair the Apple Watch with my iPhone. This is not my case, so I don't have to worry about that. The second step is to back up this device, and this is what we're gonna do. So let's go to backup our device, and if you see here, if I hover my mouse over this sentence is actually a link. So the first step is, of course, go to Settings, and then our name or the name of our device, iCloud and iCloud Backup. Let's go to Settings, and then the name of our device is at the top of this list. In my case, I name my device Hello World, but maybe here you're gonna find your name. So I'm gonna tap on that, and then next I'm gonna tap on iCloud here on the right. And if you see here at the top, we see the storage, and I already see that I have a few backups there. So the backups that I have, or the backups that are using the storage, is in purple. Then I have photos in yellow and documents in orange. And this is how much storage I have used and how much storage I have left on this device. Now that we are here on the iCloud, I'm gonna tap on this second option that it says iCloud Backup. And here is telling me that my last successful backup was today at 2:06 p.m. And before this exercise, I have already done a few backups, but we are going to perform a backup right now because we want to have always the latest backup before we clean or before we transfer our device. So I'm just gonna click over here where it says backup now, and it's going to start my backup. This is going to take a few minutes, so in the meantime, let's go see what information we're gonna have in the backup. And this is exactly what we're gonna have on this backup. The app data, Apple Watch backups, of course, if we have an Apple Watch, but if we don't, as in my case, I'm not gonna have any data there. I'm gonna have my device settings, and you know how important those settings are. We're also gonna have the home screen and app organization. We're gonna have iMessages, text, SMS, and MMS messages. And there is a note here: when we use messages in cloud or turn on iCloud photos, your content is automatically stored in the cloud. That means that they are not included in your iCloud backup. Our purchase history, for example, music, movies, TV shows, apps, and books, if we bought any of those. And there is also a note that is important for us to read. Your iCloud backup includes information about the content you buy, but not the content itself. So when we restore from an iCloud backup, our purchase content is automatically re-downloaded. Other information that is going to be stored in the backup is our ringtones, visual voicemail password that requires the SIM card. So this is the information, and this is how it works, how we can use the iCloud backup. Is definitely a good article to read and to have in hand. So the last successful backup was at 2:40. So let's go back to iCloud. And now I have the newest backup. So we already back up our device. And now let's go to step 3. Sign out of iCloud and the iTunes and App Store. And we have some notes here if we are using iOS 10.3 or later, or if we are using iOS 10.2 or earlier. So we are on version 15.6.1. So we're gonna tap on settings and then our name, and then we're gonna scroll down and tap on sign out. So here we are back on settings, and then we're gonna tap on our name, which is at the top. And then we're going to scroll down until we see sign out. Keep a copy of your data on this iPad. Data removed from this iPad will still be available in iCloud. All items will be removed from wallet. Car keys are also permanently removed, and we will need to manually add them again. So I'm not gonna keep a copy of any of these in this iPad. I am simply going to sign out. I'm gonna click here at the top. And now is removing the iCloud data, as we can see here, and we're gonna wait and see what happens next. So right now, the difference that we can see right away is that my name and the picture that I had does not appear here anymore. So instead, here it says sign in into your iPad. If I click on sign in, what it's asking me to do is to give my Apple ID email. So I have been successfully signed out from this iPad. If you see, I still have all of my home screen is there. I still have all my apps, all the apps that we have downloaded in the past. Let's check Facebook. Let's see if I'm still signing in automatically on Facebook. And yes, I'm still signing by default. From my email, I am still automatically signing in. So I can still see my emails. So basically, when we perform that action, we only sign out from our Apple ID. Let's continue with the procedure and see what comes next. Step 3 is done. We are signed out of our iCloud, iTunes, and App Store. And now it says if we are switching to a non-Apple phone, the register iMessage, but I don't have an Apple phone or I don't have an iPhone, so I'm going to ignore that step. And then it says go back to settings and tap general, transfer or reset device. So here we go. And then we're gonna erase all content and settings. So let's go back to our iPad now. I'm gonna go back to settings, and then it says go to general, which is here, and transfer, and that you're gonna do if you already have another iPad where you want to transfer all your data or reset this device. Here it is, transfer or reset iPad. So I'm gonna click on that and let's see, prepare for new iPad. Make sure everything is ready to transfer to a new iPad, even if you don't currently have enough iCloud storage to back up. And also, even if you don't currently have a new iPad, it's always good to have a backup in case in the future you get a new iPad. And I am going to erase all content and settings. So erasing will remove our personal data, so this iPad can be safely traded in or given away. The following items will be safely removed from this iPad and is going to remove my apps and data. So I am going to say continue. And now it's going to ask me for the passcode for this iPad. So I have already entered my passcode. And now I'm gonna hit next. And it's asking me if I am sure I want to continue. So I'm gonna say yes, please erase the iPad. And now we wait. So our iPad is coming back to life after being erased. So I'm just gonna press on the home button. And I'm just gonna do a quick switch so it will switch the screen, and now it's asking me to set it up again, which I'm not gonna start the setup because the purpose of this video and this exercise today was to erase all the settings and erase all my data. So basically this iPad now is as if it was brand new, and we can just turn it off. So I'm just gonna take it here and I am going to turn it off from the side. And now it says that I can just slide to power off. And now the iPad is off. So let's go back to our document and see if we have any steps left to be done. So we were on step 5 where it says to erase all content and settings. And then I tap erase this device. So this device has been erased. Then contact your carrier for help transferring service to the new owner. In this case, for the iPad, we don't have to transfer the service. And the last step is remove your old device from your list of trusted devices. So this is one important step, and let's go see how we can do that. So here we are at view and manage your trusted devices. And the first thing is that we need to sign in with our Apple ID account page, and it gives us the link right here. So we can do that. We can open this link in a new tab. And for this, I am using my computer. So if the iPad is your only device, maybe you can ask a family member or a friend to help you with this, to lend you their computer and to help you with this last step. So I'm gonna sign in here. And because I had two-factor authentication, it's gonna send me a message to my second device. And it's really important that we never give these codes to anybody. So now we're signing. Let's see the other steps that we have to follow. We're gonna go to this step that it says on the web because we have already turned off our device. So we already signed in with our Apple ID account. Then we're gonna go to the devices section. So let's go to device section that is right here. And it says that I have no devices. So basically this device, the iPad that we have been using, has already been removed from my trusted devices. Removing a trusted device will ensure that it can no longer display verification codes and that access to iCloud and other Apple services on the device is blocked until you sign in with two-factor authentication. So in this case, as you could see, there is nothing on my trusted devices, so there is nothing else for me to do. We have successfully erased all our data from our device. If you don't have the device anymore, but you want to make sure that all your data is erased, you can still follow this procedure of erase iPad. And there is a way to use a computer to wipe all contents and settings from the iPad. But we didn't do that today because we still have this device. Of course, you can always refer to these procedures, and I will make sure to put all the links in the description of this video. So now all our data has been erased from our iPad and is ready to be sold or passed to a friend or family member. I hope you found this video useful. Until next time.